Yeah, I should probably go get mine too.
Todd does too, but he goes, "Oh, we're live." Oh, okay. Well, let's play that. Yeah, let's play. That's going to play the whole fucking thing. Okay. Hey, Lewis Black's with us. All right, hi Lou. Good to see you, bro.
We enjoy doing the video stuff with Lou because if you go to a portal on his website, you get to he'll rate your cock.
Your cock?
Yeah, Lewis Black rates your cock.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then he also does the jerk off instruction.
Oh, okay.
And he'll scold you if you come too quickly.
All right.
It's fun.
I didn't know that part.
Special portal on
Why
Lewis
didn't
Black's
I
website.
think of that?
Why not?
If I'd only thought of that, there'd be some. Now I'm going to start getting tons of. I should really just switch into that new mode.
Well, you could rant against cocks. You could do that.
Yeah, people would rather have them rated.
I didn't know he did that. Okay.
And he's brutally honest about it too.
Let's lower that camera. I'll show him.
Well, it's unbelievable.
All right, hey, listen, it's a video, so nobody loves more than being flipped off by Lewis Black. So flip off the crowd, Lou. All right.
Fuck him.
There you go.
Fuck him. Okay, look at who I'm appearing with. I come on, I do a favor, and then he's got a rate a cock thing. Blindsides me. We were talking for a while. It was all very nice, friendly, fun. Then I mentioned their maleness, which apparently they're embarrassed by. And then all of a sudden they blast me with cock fuck.
No, Todd did. I was being polite.
I did.
No, you were.
All right. Lewis Black with us. Lou, I want to ask you this because I...
First of all, before we get all distracted, point out everything in the background there so we know what's what.
Looks like your parents back there, right?
My parents are behind me.
Okay.
There's a scene that was a photo given to me. I'd done Broadway, and Jimmy Niederlander had given me a photo of a thing called Hell's a Poppin'.
Oh.
Which was a Broadway show, which is kind of like the original Laugh-In.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, and then that's a very important call. I've got a lot of.
I'm sure it is.
That's I'm losing millions of dollars.
I hear that phone. How old school is that? How old school is that freaking phone, man? It's like you just.
It's actually it's a phone. You can make actually the phone sound that you had in your youth.
Yeah, exactly. It does.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah. They take it out of your brain and put it in there.
What else back there?
There's a degree that I was given from Thurgood Marshall College. The only it's at the University of California, San Diego. It's a college within the college.
Speaking of that, Lou, a lot of famous people have done this. Have you ever spoke at a graduation in college?
That's the only place that's ever asked me.
Oh, really? You did it? How long ago was that?
It was about 12 years ago, 15.
They liked it, so only you'd be perfect for that. You know that.
I kept waiting and waiting, but nobody's asked. and I spoke at a high school graduation.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's cool. All right.
That was way long ago. These are guys I graduated with from school.
Yep.
From theater school, and then one of the guys wrote for Homicide.
Oh, cool. All right.
He's a great writer. And then the other one, the kind of cartoony thing, is a thing that was sent to me by a guy, and it's his rendition of Jewy Jew's Gun Store.
Jewy Jews?
Yeah, Jewy Jew's Gun Store. It was a bit that I had. I was going to set up that I was going to retire and set up. I knew that the next thing, and this is 7 years ago, I was doing this. That I would set up my store, my new life, and it would be I would get out of comedy and make real money selling guns, and I would find a place in Alabama that nobody'd ever been to,
right?
Completely bumfuck Alabama, and there I would set up Jewy Jew's Gun Store, and people would say, "Why do you think people would come there?" And I said, "I'm in the middle of Alabama. I'm in bumfuck." I said, "Who's not going to try to find out who's got a gun store called Jewy Jews in the middle of Alabama?" And then I'd have a Cracker Barrel outside and all of that, and I'd sell weapons. Well, I'd have to hire people because I don't know anything. And then, of course, I got some minor blowback at the time of, how can you say this stuff? That was back when it was just minor. There's opposed to them coming to my house and ripping this off the wall. How could you possibly? Now I'll probably get it for the Jewy Jews thing.
Jewish Jews gunshot.
Yeah, I don't think this audience is going to object.
No, they. Hey, Lou, have you watched any of the? I remember there's a great story you told us once about George Carlin. Have you watched any of the documentary yet? How amazing
No,
that
I
is.
haven't had a chance.
Okay, when you get a chance. Now, he called you once, and you told me he said something. He started off the conversation by saying, "First of all, I can't help you with your career." That was his opening line or something like that. You could tell the story.
It was his opening line. It was the greatest, and I've still got it. It's in a little box that I, with a bunch of other those kind of when you used to get phone messages.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay.
So I've got actually the tape of him saying it.
He said, "I can't help you with your career, but I wanted to say just what he
he
liked your stuff, right?"
He liked my stuff, and it was before anybody really had even known me. I think I may have had one special out or been on Conan a few times.
That's even better.
It was pretty remarkable.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. What year was that?
It was before, I'd say before 98, maybe 99.
Okay. All right.
Maybe 97. It was 96 even possibly. It was really life-changing.
How do you get your number?
I have no idea. I was in the phone book.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Easy enough.
How many Louis Blacks are in the phone book in New York City?
Yeah, and they didn't really. And at that point, I wasn't well known, so it wasn't like somebody's going to call up and
and mess with you.
Yeah, mess with me. So.
Exactly. All right. Louis Black with us.
They can now find your number. It turns out they can find your cell phone number.
They can find it. I know. Exactly. Yeah. Do you just answer the phone? I mean, I know Puss called you the other day to set this up, but you just picked up the phone. But you probably says Puss on it, or let's just say Luke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. No, I'll answer. One out of every three I answer.
Well, who was that?
You guys don't pay enough.
You are doing this for free, and we appreciate that.
And dude, probably just watch
it. This is so much fun. You guys this is always a play. This is like, I don't feel like I'm talking. I just feel like we're in a room somewhere. We're on an elevator, and we're just yakking until the fucking thing goes to the next floor.
Well, it's going to be on a big screen in the big theater. Well, you mean outdoor amphitheater we got here. So that's what they're looking at right now. So hope they're enjoying it as much as we are.
Yeah, really, they better. Hey, fuck you, okay? Okay, it's 11 in the morning. Oh, boy, I'm a really fucking snappy fucker at 11.
You just get today's Tuesday. That's right. You just doing weekends out on the road, or what are you doing right now?
No, I just shot my special.
That's right. Yeah.
On the 15th.
Where was that?
On the 15th of May.
Yeah.
I guess a week ago and changed Sunday, and so I'm done. I've got another show. I wish I was still on the road. I mean, to be honest,
really?
Because I was revving up. I mean, I'd kind of been on the road for 6 months. Usually, I do 9 months, take off 3.
Yeah.
So it's like now we're stopping again. God damn it! So now I got it, but it's because I'm kind of ready to go. So it's,
now when you like you said, but you recorded all the stuff you just did. So I mean, do you have enough new stuff to go right back out, or are you just going to just kind of do some old stuff?
No, I mean, when I go back to, I'm going to be in the folks when I get to Canada in July. I have a show in Niagara Falls. Those guys, I won't, those.
They won't see it yet.
Probably they won't see it, but I mean, I'll also start doing the other stuff because I'll talk about. But I've got 20 minutes that I literally haven't done in the last two, this special and the special before it, that I kept kind of flipping over because it wasn't fitting into the specials. And they're more, one is about healthcare and the other's about gun violence.
Oh, God, I can't wait to hear that. I mean, because I'm sure you...
Really, and that one works.
Yeah.
Quiet down. Stop whining. I haven't said anything, have I?
He runs Jewy Jew's gun shop. What do you want, man?
Really?
So,
where did you tape your special? What venue?
Long Island, right?
I taped it on Long Island.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the Paramount Theater in Huntington. And but the thing about what I do about the gun violence thing is it's a true story.
Right.
And I've been keeping this story and reading it, and then I drop it out of the set that I was doing, but now it seems to be a perfect time.
Right.
And it's a true story, so you can't go, well, that's what you did. No, it's a true story. Okay?
Now is not the time. That rap.
Now is not the time, Lou. You can always rate that cock thing. You could do that bit,
Yeah.
Well, I'll certainly, I'll be, but then he'd be calling me up for royalties.
Now, when you get that rant stuff, when people send you the rants, I mean, you have to throw out some stuff that you can't say. Is it pretty?
Oh yeah, no. There's some stuff occasionally. I go, wow. I have where I'm at. I have to kind of check with other people. I go, you think this is too far?
Oh yeah, you got to ask other because your filters. You don't care, right?
My filter's shot. My filters. I'm moving into that time frame where it's like it doesn't matter anymore.
Do you acknowledge those people? Because you should let them know that I'd like to use this, but it's too far. That would be that'd be high praise.
I've said that from time to time. We just can't. But it is too far. Even I know there's some that you just go, oh, no, we can't. We can't talk. We can't use the word slaughter. No. Okay, that's not going to work, kids.
Now, last time
otherwise, they're pretty good at it.
But they're kind of writing the way they think you think, I guess, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
All right,
cool.
cool.
And the way they're writing for my voice.
All right.
So
now we did. I think we talked to you one time on the phone about this, but I want to bring the substance to the crowd's watching. The Will Smith incident. I know it's old, but you've been on the road for years, and people. We saw some idiot years ago with the Funny Bone in Omaha yelling out, pretty funny," because you thought he was somebody special in the back seat, and he wasn't. He was a regular dude, and I think you were talking about religion, and he was pissed. And I remember distinctly being at the show, and that's one of 1,000 shows you've done over the years. Has anybody ever walked towards a stage?
The only time there's one time. Was not with somebody. It would have been. It probably would have made my career. It would have sent it to another level. There's a fire curtain that every theater has that comes down before. If there's a fire on the stage, it comes down to stop it from hitting the audience.
Right.
And I was on stage as it was accidentally coming down.
Oh.
And people are going, move back. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. And eventually I looked up and realized, they were pointing up, and I thought, oh, wow, there must be. And I look up, and this rod is coming toward my head.
And that might actually really hurt you, though, not made your career.
Oh, that might have done, that might have hurt me, but then I would have been the comic on the gurney. There would have been a 2-year run where people would have wanted to come and seen that.
Yeah.
Now, what I witnessed, this was in Vegas. You were doing a show at the Mirage, and you were going to go out and slap an audience member. Because he said,
I wasn't going to slap him. But I wanted to find him because he was yelling about. He said that I've said like 94% of the scientists in the world believe in climate change.
Right, and this guy chirps out, "That's not true, Lewis." And you were going to go find him.
Yeah.
I was going to find him because I had done the research on that. It's like I'd been in the library, you son of a bitch. Fuck with me on this one, okay? And that was before, as that was before we got into this. Now people really believe that there's that it's not true,
right.
And it's really 94% of the scientists think that there is no such thing as.
Hold on. At this point, flip off. Somebody in the audience is not liking
That's
this.
That's not true, Lewis.
Yeah. So flip them off.
It is true, and it's called Tufsky Shitsky.
Okay.
Eventually, when the fire's coming up your block on the concrete because it's so fucking hot, you're gonna go, oh, gee, I guess. I don't know what it takes.
We've been Todd and I have been together 29 years doing this whole shit. So 29 years, and we've known you probably 25 of those, and we've always appreciate you being a fun guy, and we consider you a friend, and we appreciate you liking what we've done, and we love what you do, and this is so cool you did this for us, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I'm being corny and sad, but we're not leaving. No. We got to keep fucking working because we got.
Well, we're gonna keep working, and I'll be back. And it's been, it goes right back, and your audience too. I don't know. There needs to be some sort of an IQ test done for them. this mass audience that listens to you every day. I mean, I'm coming in once a month, maybe, but it's more than I can bear. But I can't imagine on a daily basis.
All right.
And I didn't even have coffee. I broke my fucking coffee maker before this. I was going, this is going to be the worst one ever. But I can't. I don't remember a time that I haven't really enjoyed the time we've had together, where it's not been a complete pleasure. It's like, I'm serious. I've said it. It's like being with. I don't feel like I'm doing radio. I feel like I'm talking to two friends that I don't get to see.
That's so nice, man. We appreciate you waking up.
Go
get your coffee. We'll see you soon. Flip off the audience again. They love that shit.
Keep rating those cocks. You're the best.
Okay. Seriously, and remember, it's rateacock.com/black rates// kiss your pootie // there's a lot of slashes. I can't get it all out there. Try to get there. And they'll both be coming in next week. They're going to take a day off to be a part of my Rated Cock experience.
All right, we'll be there, man.
Happy to.
I can't wait. Get ready. Getting prepped. Thanks, bud.
Take care.
Yeah, we're dumb.
You look great, brother. You look good, man. How much weight did you lose altogether, man? You look good.
157 pounds.
Shit, that's a lot, man.
Wow.
Congratulations. All right, we're gonna not all at once.
Not all at once. I realized how hacky that line was becoming, so I stopped it halfway through.
I like 157 pounds,
like
though.
it.
What do you usually say? 57 pounds or 20 pounds or what?
Probably in the 20s
Okay.
right now.
Right.
I mean, I was down and thinner, a few years ago.
Right.
And then COVID hit. No,
Yeah.
I gained a bunch more during COVID, but it was gradually coming back.
Right.
But I haven't weighed myself. The fattest I ever was that I know about
Yeah.
was I'm only 5. I'm 5'6".
Yeah.
And I was 239 pounds at one point.
Was that on Fox?
Water weight.
Okay. Well, I thought most of it was.
I was the Titanic.
Yeah.
I took on a lot of water. I hope we're rolling because this is some great stuff.
We are rolling. We are rolling.
Good,
And by the way,
good.
we're totally rolling. And also, you got to forgive us. But, since this is for a big crowd, we're doing Saturday. It's a big crowd. They're all going to be watching this amphitheater. We're doing this live show. Wow, this live podcast. We got a band. We got you. We got our buddy Lewis Black. And we did what was, so we just want sorry, man, I'm just putting my hands here.
But I'm doing Lewis.
Stupid.
Yeah, right there.
Stupid.
Okay, do Lewis.
Why would somebody do a podcast outside?
Ask our bosses. It's a money grab. It is. It is. And he's sitting right now hearing that right now. And no, we're going to ask you to do some greatest hits. I'm sorry, man.
I was in Omaha, Nebraska, and there was a podcast doing a podcast next to a podcast, which was the fucking center of the world.
Does Lou know you do them?
Well, that's a him too kind of thing.
It is kind of him right there. You nailed that. Yeah.
What we did
Go ahead.
with Lewis was you have a more interesting background than Lewis did. So take us through what's behind you there.
Yeah.
When you do all your Zoom calls this way? This your Zoom studio?
I do a lot of this is where we do the podcast. When I was doing that, when I had the attention span for that.
Did you stop that? Did you stop your podcast?
Yeah, I just get bored with it. I'll start it up again and try and change it. But the background, I would also do, some of those Zoom calls for corporations while the world was shut down.
Yeah.
And it always gives me something to do. Like Stan Lee's back there.
Okay.
So I could do a quote from Iron Man, or like message for Tony Stank, or I could pull up the Mike Ehrmantraut. Okay, all right, everything's going to be fine.
You got a bobblehead of him,
Mike Ehrmantraut
Bobblehead, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I got a Gustavo Fring. I got a Slippin' Jimmy here somewhere.
Oh, you got
So
Slippin'
there's,
Jimmy? All right.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Oh yeah, I forgot how big because it's Omaha at the
Yeah.
Cinnabon.
Yeah.
There we
you
go. There's
Oh,
there's
that's
Jimmy.
right. He was the Cine.
Yeah.
Well, he did work at the Cinnabon. I forgot about that. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
At the Omaha at the mall there. Right?
What have you been doing, man? You on the road or you just hanging out? You doing both?
My wife and son are in Amsterdam.
Whoa. What, for weed and hookers?
Just my wife. And
buying or selling?
you know what? I don't want to know.
It's best not to.
Yeah, it's a school trip, and what
cool.
school doesn't go to Amsterdam? Like, so the teacher's pretty liberal. So they're there right now.
Okay.
They got there 2 days ago. They're going to be in Amsterdam a few days. They're at a museum. They saw the Mona Lisa today, which I didn't know was there at the time, or maybe they're already on the drugs.
Okay.
So
you're by yourself, or
so
you and your daughter? You and your daughter?
No, my daughter's here, and my mother-in-law and her friend are having constant conversations about nothing.
Oh.
It's like Seinfeld without the humor. I just walked through the kitchen because this is like a guest house, this podcast area.
Where you're at?
So
okay,
I walked through. Yeah, so I walked through, and all I heard was, and the girls were saying they couldn't get pregnant, and I don't have the quote exact. I got to go back and think of exactly what it was, but they were talking about like younger girls in school because they were school teachers.
Right.
Meanwhile, my daughter is there because she has to go watch the neighbor's dog and feed the neighbor's dog because they're on vacation.
But why is your mother-in-law? Why does your mother-in-law have to be there to watch over you?
That's a really good question. I think it's more because we have 4 Shih Tzus and
I got it.
The dog sitting.
A Saint Bernadoodle.
Okay.
But it's great when. So I said to my wife, I go, it's driving me crazy because it's like being in a chicken coop and you're kicking the chickens around because that's all I hear is just constant
cackling hens.
Yeah, like there's no I don't know if they're words and they just repeat each other. Like, you want to go outside? I'll go outside. You want to go outside? Let's go. Like, you don't need the constant reaffirmation that you just said the sentence. Like, and it's just sometimes we'll repeat ends of partial sentences to say that we heard it, but they do it back and forth constantly. So, I don't know exactly what's going on here. I'm just happy to be further away from them at this point. But nothing gets done for. We have a recycle bin. It's right outside the door in the garage. Right. And for some reason, there's like it's essentially like the space station where they go and they just put down the recyclables on the counter. Okay. 20 feet, maybe 15 feet from the door. Like, why can't you walk the other 10 feet, open up the door and put it in the bin? It's not even the big recycle bin that goes outside. It's, the one. It's just a trash can that I dump into the blue recycle bin that takes the recyclables. Right. But they put it in this little spot. And it's piling up. And I told my wife, I texted her in Amsterdam today. I said, I'm not fixing this. I'm not cleaning. I'm not doing a sweep because I want to see how many bottles actually get there before they realize nobody's helping them out on this. I just don't understand.
This sounds like a Lewis Black bit right there.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid. And I'll poke their eyes out, stab her with a fork.
Are you working on anybody new, man? Is anybody in the news right? Are you working on anybody new? You're always working on somebody, and you're dropping people.
You know me that well. Yeah, I mean, it seems like I'm losing more people. All my favorites: Louis Anderson, Norm Macdonald, everybody's Gilbert Gottfried, all the old school comic impressions.
Did you know these guys? Do you know these guys well?
Louis used to come to my house on when I lived in Los Angeles. He's been here to Phoenix had been here to Phoenix a couple times, but I remember him just swimming in the pool, doing the backstroke. He's like, "Hey, I love your pool. Do I look like a whale?" He would say this stuff. He's like, "Hey, beach whale coming through. I thought I was dead."
Does that help you when you? I mean, I'll be asking you a serious question here. Does it help you remember these guys when you do their voice? I mean, guys that were friends of yours.
Is it cathartic?
Yeah, I feel weird about it.
Yeah.
But other people seem to really like it.
Okay. Yeah, I do too.
So like you're keeping it alive.
Right.
Like when I'll do a Robin Williams, I do that serious Robin Williams, the one where you grow a beard and win the Academy Award, that kind of thing. And that's when all the women go, "Oh," and all the guys are like, "Come on, man, suck it."
No, like I said, so you feel weird doing dead guys?
Yeah,
Impersonating.
No, I meant doing dead
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Let's use the full extent of our grasp of the language, please.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting.
I feel. Yeah, that's what. I should have realized what I was dialing into. Yeah, I feel a little weird, especially when it's immediate.
Yeah, I got it.
It's time. You know, tragedy plus time equals comedy. When it's right away, I feel a little weird.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm trying to gain something off of them. That's the weird thing.
I got it. Yeah.
If it's because not really known for the tributes, the cheesy Fred Travellina sing-alongs.
Right. Fred Travellina.
So
Good pull.
That is a good pull.
Well, actually, years ago at LA, there was a sports radio station, and the guys, I can't think of their names right now. They're great. They're good friends, supposedly. But I have trouble with names. That's another thing.
That's why we put them right here.
Right there. So you see you're talking to, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I won the first annual Fred Travellina Award while he was still alive. He didn't even win it. Because he was like the D-list. He was like the D-list impressionist.
Okay.
He was like the guy. You know, if it wasn't Rich Little, or somebody, you know, there was Rich Little, maybe John Finer, and a couple other people. But Fred Travellina was never the one known for the most for doing impressions. He was like, we couldn't get Rich Little, so we settled for Fred Travellina.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Right. He was the B-list or the D-list impersonator.
Yeah.
Well, you're that's Frank Caliendo, in case you're looking at him right now.
Who's the B-list impersonator out there now? You're obviously the A-list guy.
You're the A-list.
I don't know about that, but I also don't think there isn't a thing. You know who it is?
Who? Oh, just Todd.
No, you are the A-list. You're trying to be
I don't
modest.
Know. Here's the thing. So many people. I'm maybe the one who marketed the most.
Yeah.
I think there's nowadays you don't even. It used to be you would own an impression. Like if you did an impression nobody else did, everybody else stayed away from it because you kind of owned it.
Yeah.
So now everybody just does any impression they can. I mean, there was a time where nobody was doing any Avengers, and I was doing a Robert Downey Jr. This kind of thing, to talk slowly and burp halfway through sentences.
Right.
And the Chris Hemsworth, of course, Thor, the God of Thunder, God, those kinds of things. And Mark Ruffalo, geez, I see this as an absolute win. And now, like, I can see people like doing the impressions of me doing impressions. Some people are doing their own versions, but you're like, well, you just watched me and now you're doing it. You know, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, well, especially the Tony Stark stuff. I don't see anybody that does Downey Jr. like you do.
There's tons of people who just apparently they don't have the glasses ready to go. They'll show Top Gun, no, Top Fun.
Material. You got to have the material.
Yes.
And you've always had it.
Always said
and I am, and we're living in a material world, and I'm a material girl. All right? Remember it. I'm also very current with the references, so you're welcome.
You are. And one more question, Frank. I want to ask you,
Although you progressed past Fred Travellina. Yeah. So that was more contemporary than Fred Travellina. Are you doing some ESPN stuff in the fall? Is football lining up for you?
Nothing right now. I'm trying to get away from the football stuff. Every once in a while, they hired me on to do the Peyton Manning, the Eli stuff last year.
Yeah.
yeah, they had me do the commercials for that, but didn't have me do the show. So,
screw them. You'd be great on that show.
I think it'd be fun because you just go off on tangents. I've been working. I don't have the full Peyton Manning, and I haven't even practiced it at all. But I don't know if I told you this before. I know the word that unlocks Peyton Manning.
Is it Omaha?
No, it's weird because he says it weird. Eli, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Yeah, so he's got that weird. That's the whole thing. That's my whole. So if I could just be like Groot and Guardians of the Galaxy, Groot. If I just weird, then it becomes Bill Walton. How great is that? Becomes Lewis Black, who becomes I watched 192 hours of videotape, and that's why.
That's interesting. So, do you have a trigger word for all the guys you do impressions of?
There's things that lead you in. It's not a word, or it's a word or phrase that gets you rolling into it. So, like a Morgan Freeman, the fact of the matter is, like, truth is, all right. Or so, Robert Downey Jr. is, so here's the deal. Like those kinds of things kind of get you into the phrasing of the person. Jeff Goldblum is, yes, oh my, okay, well, yes, so that, yes, oh my, that kind of thing gets you rolling into it. And some were like faces, like the Norm Macdonald was just that.
Yeah.
That guy there, they do the thing, you ever see that guy? Norm, I'll share a quick little Norm story with you. A couple of years ago, he tweeted about, I did a thing because he didn't like a lot of Norm Macdonald impressions because people would just say crack whore and not be, funny with it. The genius to me of Norm Macdonald was that he would ramble in a story so long, but you would be on edge. You wanted to hear the rest of it. So, but he would talk about normal stuff, right? Things that anybody could say, but somehow he said it in a funny way that made you continue to keep listening. So he'd be like, I was at the, you ever been to the grocery store? Like, yes, everybody's been to the grocery store.
That's so great.
Spot on.
That is so true. Frank, we appreciate you doing this. I know, we'll wrap it up here because I don't want to take all your time, man. But it's very cool.
I felt that a couple seconds ago. So I was going to go into my best material, but I'm going to save it for next time I'm in town. So,
all right, we're looking forward to, man. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it, and good luck. We'll talk soon, okay, man?
See you soon.
Hey, say hi to your mother-in-law.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, buddy.